Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2016 right here on BeTerrific, also on toyfairny.com. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. We got a very special guest coming up. I'm really excited about this gentleman. I've talked to him for a couple of hours on the phone about his project here. You know, and first I got to say thank you. I got to say thank you because you served and you protected our country and made me be able to go to bed at night without worrying. So,
well, I'm better men and women than I who did that. I was very lucky. It's the honor of my life, and I got a lot more of the Marine Corps than they got out of me. So, thank you for saying that. Yeah, Jim Murphy.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
And this is your game. It's called the Invicta Challenge.
Yep.
And I think it's a little bit back to basics. It's a little bit about getting kids and people and families and friends to engage each other. Yeah. And it's also a little bit about teaching history. Is that, am I summarizing that?
Yeah, you're pretty much there. So first of all, I'm a co-creator. Yeah. My wife, who's a former teacher and a Teach for America alumna, and I created this brand together. And we're very passionate about leadership, literacy, and American history. And we realize there's a huge gap in this country for a product like this, a product that will get kids reading and learning about the people you were alluding to a second ago, Michael, the people who actually made this country, made it what it is today, and kids need to learn those stories. They really don't know those stories today, so that's what this is about.
So walk me through what happens with the Invicta Challenge. I'm very excited about it. I watched the video on it. I talked to you about it, but I love the fact that you teach history, and I didn't know that history, so you teach them by having fun, and I love that. That's the best way to learn. You engage them first. But I didn't know history wasn't taught as much anymore until I did a piece on the World War II Aviation Memorial Museum, the National World War II Aviation Museum in Colorado Springs.
Wow.
And they did a lot of history education with the schools because the teachers loved it because there isn't time to teach history anymore.
Yes, absolutely. There's a much more of a focus on social studies. There's not a focus on individuals and their impact on history. And for example, the percentages on the kids who actually know about D-Day and Normandy, very, very low. I think something like 20% of fifth graders actually know a story like this. But, you know, I love Star Wars, I love Marvel, I love superheroes, I love all that kind of stuff. But I think stories like this are even more compelling because they're true and they're who we are as a people.
And these are the real heroes.
Yes.
You talk about in the Marine Corps that there were better men and women who served than you. I don't think that that's true. There are just different men and women who served, and maybe you didn't have to make the sacrifices they made for different circumstances. I've got a friend, Captain Ben Harrow, who is amazing and nearly made the ultimate sacrifice, but he's now missing part of his right arm and both of his legs, and his story is unbelievable, and we don't talk about it, we don't think about it, we don't know about it, but he's a hero without a cape.
Yeah.
That guy did 3 tours out there in Iraq and Afghanistan and led a special forces team. And those are the real heroes, and I don't know why we don't celebrate them enough or why we don't have a figure of Captain Ben Harrow and say it's the hero line.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't get.
Well, maybe we'll talk to Ben and maybe he'll want to let us do a story, but that's kind of the philosophy of what we're doing. This first game that we did, and we launched it in November, the great people at Barnes & Noble, they're fantastic supporters of this brand. I absolutely love those people. And the great folks at Amazon, they support us as well too. You can get the product there now. But it's the true story of a Native American paratrooper on D-Day named Turner Turnbull. And what he did on D-Day was absolutely incredible. And it's also incredibly not well known. And the movie Saving Private Ryan was actually based on Turner Turnbull's story to a significant degree. And but this is the real story behind it, and it's even more compelling than the Hollywood version of that story.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So how do you play the game?
So this game is as much about a literacy and getting kids reading as it is about the mobile component. So basically in this box, it comes with a collectible action figure, but it also comes with maps and an operations packet and a graphic novel that's written as a choose your own adventure. And you read all those things and you experience, and you make the decisions that those historical leaders face. And then when you're done with that, you download and you play a free to download game where you actually go through those actions again. And if you read everything and you understand it, then winning that game is much easier.
So it's not only about reading, it's about comprehension too.
Yes.
Which is really good.
Yes, and it's about leadership because Invicta is an acronym for 7 key leadership traits. It's Latin for the unconquered, but it's also an acronym that we made up about 7 key leadership traits, and you use those to navigate the content. So the I in Invicta stands for integrity, the most important leadership trait, and you use that. The first decision in the game is a basic integrity one that you and I as adults, it's a no-brainer, but for kids, they get to see the outcome and making decisions different ways and so on.
How long did it take you to come up with this?
When I first got out of the Marine Corps and I got my MBA at USC, I wrote the whole business plan then, and I was a runner-up in a big business plan competition. And then but I didn't have any experience, so I put it on the shelf. And then 2 years ago, my wife had the opportunity, and I had the opportunity to go and pursue it. And we refined it a lot and put the product together. But then the big milestone for us was I was one of the winners of the inaugural Veterans Business Plan competition, the Veterans Business Battle in Houston a year ago. And that gave us the capital to go forward. It's your basic entrepreneurial bootstrap story.
Very cool, very exciting.
Yeah.
That is a great story. And you know, we just had an entrepreneur on, we have another entrepreneur on, and this is, again, in the true American spirit, this is what you fought for.
Yeah.
You fought for everybody's freedom and the American way of life so that somebody like you could do this, and you did it, which is even more amazing.
Well, I'll agree with you. I'll say this, I'll agree with you. Stuff like this, like Angie's story and what we're doing, this doesn't happen in Russia. Yeah. This great stuff that's going on at Toy Fair here, that doesn't happen in Russia.
You look out in this room behind us,
yep.
There's every single booth is a different story. Just like this, we can't cover them all, but we wish we could.
Yeah.
Every single one. That Creo Pop is an idea.
Yeah.
And you know, there's an idea over there in that Ignito ball.
Yeah.
They're all ideas that somebody started with an idea and was able to create a company and come here and show it and maybe get it represented at toy companies.
Yeah.
And again, I go back to saying that that's because the men and women of the U.S. Armed Services defend our freedom.
Well, only in America.
Yes,
right?
Only in America. Got to steal a line from Don King, but
there you go.
Only in America. So where can I get this?
Barnes & Noble, on store and in line.
And it's available now?
It's available now, yep. Wow. This came out in November of last year, and then we're adding more stories in the fall. We're doing Theodore Roosevelt.
Sure.
And we're doing Harriet Tubman, and we're doing Apollo 11. Tuskegee Airmen will come a little bit later.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah.
And is it only going to be guys who are, you know, or stories that are really well known, or are you going to have some stuff that are less known stories?
Oh, I think we'll embrace less well known. And I'd say actually that, you know, Turner Turnbull is a story that, like, I want his name to be as well known as Han Solo's to kids
and
today.
This is a pretty not well known story, even though the movie came out and stuff.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Yeah.
So it's available now.
Available now.
Noble,
available
and
now.
Also on Amazon.
On Amazon as well.
Well, good luck to you. That's great. Congratulations.
Great.
I'm really excited. Thanks for coming
Thank you, Michael.
on.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I know
really
you're very
appreciate
busy. Jim Murphy.
I know you are too.
The Invicta Challenge.
Thanks, man.
We'll be back with a whole lot more. Your live continuing coverage right after this of Toy Fair 2016 in New York City. Stay with us.